Now we're going to go to our next guest, which is V. Vale and Ivy Jean from SF Commons, the Countercultural Hour and ReSearch Publications. SF Commons is a public access show that is shot here at BAVC. And ReSearch has been providing informed and informative guides to underground culture for over 4 decades on subjects such as pranks, obscure music and films, industrial culture, authors J.G. Ballard and William S. Burroughs, modern primitives, and many other fascinating subjects. So here's V. Vale and Ivy Jean.
Thank you, and welcome to a mini condensation of the Counterculture Hour on ReSearch TV. So I'm your host, V. Vale, and we've lately done some small books, which you might not know about, George Kuchar, Penny Rambeau, etc. But today, let's cut to the chase. We're interviewing a 10-minute sampler teaser with Ivy Jean, who's been one of the Bay Area's female musicians for practically 2 decades or more. And I consider her an archetype of Bay Area creativity, especially where women are often in the forefront. And so tell me your music history, when you first started playing.
I started playing in bands when I was 15 years old, and that was after coming here to the Bay Area in 1991 and finding the East Bay punk scene, including the bands Blatz, Green Day, Filth, 23 More Minutes, and all the Spit Boy, and all those really, really excellent Bay Area bands.
Great, and let's see, I'm going to hold up your record called Black Rainbow, not to be confused with Richie Blackmore's Rainbow from 30, 40 years ago. And this is your vinyl LP. We love vinyl.
Yes.
And let's see, you're in a band with Eric Lyle, I know, who moved to New York quite a while ago, but he comes here and visits. But I'd rather hear about you, about as much as you can tell me about your musical performing history in the Bay Area, like what instrument do you play, things like that.
Yeah, so this is our very first LP. We've been a band for 8 years, and I sing in this band. This came out on Star Cleaner Records, but you can find that online. I sing. I also play drums, and I've played in, at this point, probably close to 20 bands. Ooh. And that started with my very first band, the Tri-Rails, which we were all teenage fury, hailing out of Miami, Florida. We mainly played generator shows on the street, in abandoned tracts and house shows. And I've kind of continued that legacy, remaining in the underground, where I feel is the most aligned with my spirit as far as creativity. I've played anything from squats to houseboats to the WTO. I played drums for a riot punk outpost during the WTO protests in Seattle in '99. Wow. And also in City Hall. Eric and I actually got to perform for Ross Mirakarimi when he was a supervisor. We played in the atrium at City Hall, so those are definitely some highlights. And for me, that speaks a lot to making music that's for people, for the people, and also connecting across like political movements. I'm definitely an activist and have been long involved with activist culture here in the Bay Area since I came here in '91.
Great. Well, we like rebellion because we think rebellion is, the matrix of creativity or the mother of creativity. And can you tell me anything bad ever happened performing?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
well, for starters, actually we've been part of sinking boats. There was a sinking boat that was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Luckily, we all made it. No equipment fell in, no humans. We have been other kind of squat busts. That was another big one, where we were actually on Market Street. there was a squat that a number of us, Punks Against War, we took over called 949 Market, and we squatted that. It was an abandoned pool hall next to the St. Francis Theater, and the cops came, so we had to deal with basically running a good game around the cops to get everyone out and all the equipment. So a lot of near misses with the police, but I'm living, I'm here to tell the tale.
Wow. Well, of course you've had adventures. I mean, I'm kind of excited that there seem to be more women, involved in underground bands. We used to call them punk bands, but I'm sure I hate the word post-punk because I don't think, just like I hate the word post-feminist because I don't think we've got feminism yet.
Definitely not.
And I think punk is still with us because it is do-it-yourself. And to me, punk is distinguished mainly by the black humor mocking of society's absurdities and authoritarianness and authority and particularly authoritarian aesthetics that control us, and we might not even know that.
Yeah.
Like just, I've tried to be without aesthetics, like I just like all music. I don't care what genre it's called.
That's right.
Because it's all music.
Down with genre.
Well, down with too much categorization,
Exactly.
at least.
Exactly.
In fact, we don't like to be categorized, do we?
No, not at all. Yeah, actually on this record, we do actually, some of the things that we talked about on this record actually, the Now Instant is a kind of talking, it's a critique on singularity and the issues around kind of virtual, like our virtual world and time collapsing. We also have an ode to Shulamith Firestone, and that song is called Airless Spaces, which Shulamith Firestone was a really incredible feminist who basically, she wrote about her experience of being a working class feminist woman in the 70s, and then ended up being excommunicated and died alone of mental health issues, but she wrote a book before she died called Airless Spaces. So again, like you were saying, the issues of, we're not post-feminism. We're still very much dealing with issues around intersectional oppression. And so that's just a couple of the songs that we have on this record.
Wow, you're up to the minute in the frontiers of, I don't want to use a bad word, but it's gender, F ending with K, but it's, yeah. And we're, of course, well, we're not even going to get into 10 minutes talking about ISIS and issues like that. New challenges to our brave old world.
Yeah, it's a brave old world, it is.
Yeah, but we're still trying to have it be more fun,
That's
more
true.
creative. Bands must be made by all. Creativity must be made by all. Films must be made by all.
That's right.
Writing.
Last night we actually saw the Mike Watt and the Second Men, and his last line when he walked out off the stage was, "Go out and start your own damn band."
Oh, did he say the D word?
He did.
Oh, okay. I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're here on a little mini fundraising effort on behalf of BAVC and cable TV, public access, and I think they gave us 10 minutes, but it feels like we're there without any digital queuing up. So if that's the end, then we urge you to donate to this wonderful campaign.
BAVC is a great organization and
Amen.
deserves so much.
Yes.
The phone number, do we have that phone number online?
Yes, it's
415.
It's 415-558-2108. And we want to thank V-Vale and Ivy Jean for being on our, our BAVC-A-Thon. Yeah. Power to